I'm just so happy and fortunate that I get to grow my own food. Here I have some basil that I started in December. It's doing well, but they're looking like they're stressed. And so they're going to be going out very, very soon. The temperatures are starting to go up. And so I will be putting them outside very soon. And this here is my, or are my oregano plants. There are many plants. I probably have about 6 or 8 oregano plants here, and I love them. But like the basil, they're starting to become a little bit stressed too. They're starting to flower. They're starting to flower, and I don't want that to happen because I still want to use it. So eventually I will pick that flower, but this is how an oregano flower looks if you're interested in what it looks like. It just smells so good over here. And here I have my peppers. Now these peppers are really, really stressed. Oh wow, look, there's a pepper. I wonder what kind of pepper this is. I don't even have these things labeled. I don't know what kind of peppers these are. I planted these in December as well for an experiment, which is coming true. How long can these peppers last? There's some more peppers up here too. Let's see if I can see them. Can you see them? Pepper, 2 peppers. A lot of, let me stop touching them because some of them are dropping their flowers. And if they drop their flowers, then the pepper won't come out. So really quickly, since I do have an example to show you. So when a pepper plant grows, even a tomato plant, but let's just look at the pepper plant since that's what we're looking at. The flower will come out at some point in its growing life, its growing stage. And it's from this flower that you will get the pepper. So if the pepper begins to drop its flower, it's typically dropping its flower for one of many reasons. One could be it's dry, it hasn't been pollinated, or there's something going on internally with the plant that you probably don't know. But typically it drops when it's dry. Like this one I expect to drop. I don't expect it to do anything. But you can see this flower here. Let's see if I can get to it. But you can see one here. Can you see it right there? And you can see the start of a baby pepper. Same thing right here. A baby pepper will come out of that. And so they come out and they start looking like this. I don't remember which variety of pepper this is, but I'm pretty sure it's a hot pepper because that's what I grow mostly. That's my expertise. And so that's what these look like. And I'm super excited to have those going into the garden very soon. Here I have a lot of my leafy greens. You can see they're doing well too on the growing station. Some of them are stressed because probably they're not getting enough water, maybe too much water. Sometimes when I want a snack, I just come and pluck one off, one of the leaves, and just eat that and enjoy my little snack. But you can see some of my plants, they're stressed. I'm growing more because these will grow into my green stalk planter or into the ones that are already outside. Here are my, well, this right here is for my Nigerians. This is a wedu right here, jute. And I started this from this. I have some that I've already sown into the soil directly, but I sprouted these in this napkin, a wet napkin. I put it into a Ziploc, put it under the grow light. And when I opened it yesterday, I found 4 that had sprouted, and I put them into the soil directly. So maybe when the rest of them sprout, then I'll show you what it looks like, because it will grow like this, and you will see one little small root, and you'll stick the root into the soil as much as it can go, and then you have the leaf growing like this. And so far so good, because they were looking a little bit sorry yesterday, but they're looking pretty good today. So I'm excited to see how this experiment will actually play out. And here I have my peppers. Let's see if I can get to those. So those are my peppers, and the peppers are doing well, very, very well. Peppers are very slow growing, and they definitely love heat, so they're going to be in here for quite some time. I'm still going to have them here for a while. Here are some, you can see the names. Oregano. Can you see the names? Yeah. Oregano. I've sown some more oregano. Thyme, sorrel, endive, mustard. What is this? Parsley. This is onions. Okay, onions, good. Those are good. That's good. And some other things. I've just sown some more because I want to have succession planting. Sweet potatoes. They're looking fantastic. These slips are looking wonderful. So I'll let this to continue grow. They will grow and vine out a lot. Then I'll take the slip and put it into the soil, and then I'll get more sweet potatoes. These are potatoes that I grew, sweet potatoes that I grew last season that I saved to do this part of the growing. Then I have some onions that look like this. I give these things haircuts probably every other day. They grow so much. Based on this, I can tell you that this is a red onion because you can see it here, that it's red. So this is how it will grow. Then when it's really nice outside, warm outside, then I will separate these and plant them individually, giving them some ample space, enough space. More sweet potatoes. Everything is looking good so far, so good. I have some more onions here. Now, these are my babies, my tomatoes. Look. They look so good. So this is about 80 tomatoes. Well, let's say 160 because I planted 2 in each pot. But not everything will come up. You see, like this one right here. What is this? Beefsteak. Only 1 came up. Another beefsteak. Only 1 came up. But look. And this one, can you see it? And that one, I have 2. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of them out. Or if I choose to, I'll separate it. But this is my growing station. It's looking very full. Not that it's looking very full, it is very full. I'm very excited for this season. Everybody's looking healthy. I love the way this oregano looks. I'm considering putting them into a hanging pot and letting them just cascade out and probably flower in the house or maybe outside on the deck. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just excited. Everybody's looking perfect on their growing station. All right, so it's super sunny out here, but I wanted to come outside to show you something because growing your own food doesn't have to be hard and it's so rewarding and so fulfilling. What I want to point out here is the fact that I did not put these here this season. This is spinach and this is kale. This is sage. This is also spinach, but this one looks really small. This is also spinach here, and these 2 are kale. This is another type of kale, and this is also sage. Oh, I hope you guys can see this. It's really bright outside, and I'm just trying to get this to focus really well. So I planted these last year, I would say in August probably. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and check. And when I planted it, of course, I was able to eat from it before the harsh winter came. Then the harsh winter came and it froze everything else that was in here. So all of my collards, all of the lettuce that was in here, they all froze. They didn't have time to go to seed, so they're not coming back. You see that they're not coming back. But one thing that I love about growing my own food is the fact that there are some foods that will come back even with a hard frost. Something like spinach and collards, or in kale rather. They both came back. They were frozen solid, completely frozen. And you can even see that some of them still have some frostbite on it. But they've come back and they're growing massively. And it's no longer frozen. And guess what? I can eat from this. I can take this and make a small salad and eat from it. Why do I share all of this with you guys? I share this with you because I want you all to grow your own food as well. Growing your own food doesn't have to be difficult. Let me put you on the stand. Make you taller. So growing your own food doesn't have to be difficult. It is so rewarding, so fulfilling to grow your own food. Let me stand like this. Maybe the sun won't be so much in my face. Whew, it's cold out here, guys. The temperature is going up, but it's just getting a little bit cold right now for me. But I want to stand outside so I can talk to you about this. Growing your own food is so rewarding. I cannot stress to you right now, in the times that we are in right now. Have y'all seen the prices of gas? Have you gone to the grocery store and seen that your grocery store shelves are empty? They are empty, and that is telling you something. You do not have to depend on the food system in your country, wherever you're located. You can go to the big box store, your local nurseries, your garden centers, purchase some seeds or even plants that have been started. Get a small section in your home. It doesn't have to be in ground. It can be container gardening, which I will have a whole series on my channel as we're progressing throughout the season, of how you can grow your food even in containers. You can grow tomatoes, you can grow peppers, zucchini, different types of squash, pumpkins, beans, green beans, corn. I mean, corn may need some ground, some area, some space, because you want to have a nice plot. We can talk about that as well. But you want to be able to grow your own food in your own location. Don't be dependent on your food system. Nothing beats my ability of leaving my kitchen, coming out here to this kitchen garden, or going to the big garden to grab a tomato, or to grab a pepper, or to grab an onion, or to grab an okra, or to grab jute leaves. Nothing beats it. It's so amazing. I don't have to go to any store. I don't have to go to Giant, Safeway, Shoppers, Afrique. I don't have to go to any of those stores to buy these produce. I want to encourage you to buy your own seeds, your own plant starts, and grow your own food. Not only does it give you the ability to grow your own food and see where it's grown, but it allows you to appreciate the food that you're actually consuming. Ever since I've started growing my own food, I've been able to appreciate the foods that I'm consuming, number one, and also the farmers. I have a deep appreciation for anyone who wants to garden or farm, because it is not an easy task, but it's so rewarding, and it's so fulfilling. So just like I just showed you over there, you can see it in the background, my planter, where I have my spinach, I have some kale inside of it, and it's just gonna keep getting bigger up until the heat time comes, which over here, strong heat will come probably ending of May, early June. We will really start getting hot, and those things will start to wither away until the fall season. But I just love the fact that I can grow my own food. I see it everywhere, especially now on YouTube and even on, other social sites, where people are really concerned about, will they be able to get their own food, or will they be able to have food for their family? I don't think about things like that, because I'm able to grow my own food, and I want the same thing for you. I want you to be able to have food security and believe that you are able to take care of your family. If you are a family of 4, you probably just need 2 indeterminate tomato plants, 1 pepper plant, depending on the type of pepper that you need. I grow a variety of peppers and tomatoes because it's what I like to do. It's my plan. I'm even starting a breeding program, which I'll be talking about very shortly on the channel. But I grow a variety of peppers and tomatoes because I want to, because I'm looking for something for my breeding programs. But for you, where you just know what you want aroma tomato or a beefsteak tomato, and you know that's what's going to be sufficient for your family. And maybe you guys don't like hot peppers, and so maybe you want to grow a sweet pepper or a bell pepper, which is not spicy. Grow whatever you think your family is going to need, as well as grow whatever your family is going to eat. Don't grow what your family is not going to eat. If your family's not going to eat zucchini, there's no point in you growing zucchini. If your family's not going to eat the pumpkin or the squash, there's no point in growing that. But if your family's going to grow beans, you probably, in a square foot area, you can plant about 9 bean plants. 9. If you have the right system. If it's a square foot plot, little square, which is a square foot, 12 inches by 12 inches, your family could grow up to 9 beans, I believe. I'll check and confirm for you. 9 beans in that square foot plot. And on those 9 bean plants, you're going to get an abundance of beans. And when I say beans, I mean green beans, string beans, peas probably as well. You're going to get an abundance of it to feed your family. And you don't have to worry about going to Shoppers when you're coming back from work. You can just drive yourself home and go to your garden and pick your produce fresh and take it to the kitchen, rinse them off, cook them, and within a short few minutes, probably like an hour, probably, you'll have dinner on the table for your family. And guess what? You grew it by yourself. So I just really want to stress, I showed you guys my plants indoors. I've been growing plants year round. I started those plants, the top plants, the peppers, the oregano, the basil. I started those in December for a project, and the project has completely proven that it works. It works to grow these things indoors. Of course, they need light. They need warmth after some time, because you can see that some of them are stressed. Some of their leaves are yellow, but nonetheless, I've been using those basil plants. I've been using my oregano. I haven't used the peppers because they're starting to just fruit right now, but you can see that they're actually growing. My leafy greens are growing. They're thriving. Very soon they're going to come outside. Within probably the next 2 weeks, they'll be outside and they'll be growing in abundance for me. And I have new ones that are going to continue to keep coming in succession, so that I can plant them, so that I continuously have the ability to harvest from them. This channel is going to help you with growing your food this season. I'm so excited to get into what I love. I love gardening. I love farming. I love anything that allows me to put my hands in the soil and to reap the fruit of my labor. And I want to help you on that journey as well. You can do it as well. You don't have to break the bank. You don't have to have 20 acres. All you need is determination, some soil, some pots, a deck, a sunny window, and you can grow your own food. And I'm going to show you how to do so. So, you guys, today I'm going to start another project, another video that you're going to see very shortly on microgreens and sprouts. People don't think about microgreens and sprouts as food, but they are food, especially for me. I have a vegetarian vegan diet, mostly vegan diet, where I don't consume meats. So I eat a lot of vegetable type of produce, and I want to be able to grow them myself, because it's going to be costly to continuously buy fresh produce every single week. And if you know anything about fresh produce, you want it to be as fresh as possible. So that means I would have had to be going to the store like 2 to 3 times a week, and ain't nobody got time for that. I just want to do it once and for all. So I'm going to be growing my own microgreens. I'm going to be growing my own sprouts, and I can't wait to show you how that video turns out. We're also going to be doing composting. We're going to be working on my greenhouse. I think I've shared with you guys that my greenhouse had an accident in January when we had that snowstorm. It came tumbling down. It came tumbling down, so we're gonna fix it. What else? We got so much. My pepper beds need to be cleaned out. The peppers from last year are there. So I need to pull those out, or at least cut them at the root, so I can plant some new ones. The ones that I'm growing right now inside of the house. My raised beds are still there. Most of them are cleaned out, but I want to, make sure that the soil is prepared and amended and ready for the growing season. And then I also have some in-ground beds that I did not use last year as much as I wanted to. Actually, I did use them. I put tomatoes as well as okra inside of them, but I had a groundhog, and this groundhog decided that it was going to be feasting in my garden. This year, we're going to tackle that and make sure that we don't get any pests that are unwanted in the garden. So I will also be showing you that. So listen, there's a lot to come. I am so excited for you guys to learn and grow with me. But more than anything, please, if you have not thought about it, it is not too late to start. Please head to Home Depot or to Lowe's or to any of the local nurseries in your neighborhood, or go to the dollar store. You guys, their dollar store finds. I can show you that probably on Instagram. Go to dollar store, buy the seeds from the Dollar Tree, and buy some pots. They have these nice looking pots, different types of pots, different sizes of pots. Get the pots. Don't buy their soil. Please go to like Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot or any nursery to get a good quality potting soil, and put your soil into the pot and put the seeds there and let it do its work. Look, Paul planted, Apollo watered, but God brings the increase. I can't do it by myself. I can't make the tomatoes I can't make that tomato seed germinate anything. I can't make the peppers that are fruiting in my house. I didn't do that. I did not make the pepper that you and I just saw. I did not make that pepper come out. I just did my part. I planted it. I'm watering them. I'm taking care of them. I talk to them. I encourage them, keep growing plants. You can do this plant. But God is the one that ultimately brings the increase. And so I want that increase for you as well. So today we're going to just look around, or I'm going to look around, get this place situated, and move on with the rest of my gardening plans for today and for the rest of the season. As always, thank you so very much for watching this channel. I really appreciate you. And until next time, may the earth yield its increase in your life and in your garden. God bless you. Bye.